Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris Wilmshurst, and today I'm going to run you through my EDC. That's my everyday carry. So to cut things short, it's my phone, my keys, and my wallet, and an Apple Watch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm just kidding. But that's pretty much what I take with me everywhere. But when I'm going out to work or out on my bike, I take my bag, and the bag that I'm using, which actually I should probably say before I get into any of this, the main bag was sent to me by a company called Grams 28. They're a luxury brand, and honestly, the bag's a bit expensive, and in all honesty, I would never buy it myself, but because they sent it to me, I'm using it. So, this is my everyday carry bag. It's a black leather bag from Grams 28 and it costs $500. Is it worth it? Probably not, but it does look good and it's real Italian leather. So let's crack on, shall we? Firstly, let's get the big stuff out the way because this bag's quite heavy as it is. So we have a laptop compartment right in here, like all good modern bags do, and this is where I keep my Workhorse and the stuff that I like to work with mostly. So we have the 2019 MacBook Pro with the i9 top of the spec core, 32 gigs of RAM, 1TB hard drive, and the 5500M graphics chip. It's noisy, but it gets all my work done, no problems. And I recently cleaned out the fans and it works even better than it did when I first bought it. When I go out, I like to complement my MacBook Pro with an iPad Pro, and the iPad Pro I'm using is the 12.9-inch iPad Pro with 1TB of hard drive. It's a bit overkill, but this screen is absolutely gorgeous, and the Apple Pencil works great, especially when you're using Sidecar. It's such a good combo. I'm probably not giving it the respect it deserves because I've got it wrapped in a really cheap iPad case, but I wasn't willing to spend £100 on an Apple one, and it's got this nice little flap here which secures the Apple Pencil so it never goes missing. Now, if I use the trackpad on my MacBook Pro for long periods of time, I do get a lot of pain in my wrists and up my arm. So, to combat this, I've been using, for the past three and a half years, the Logitech MX Master 2S. It's a fantastic mouse. It does have a broken gesture button here. I have said for a while I need to replace it, but so far it still works and I continue to use it to this day. I really recommend any of the MX Master mouses. When it comes to connecting things to my MacBook and my iPad Pro, I can never go wrong with the OWC Travel Dock key. This thing is actually my go-to dock and I even use it at my computer desk. For the price you pay, it does everything I need and more. And that's all for the back compartment. I started out this video in a bit of a jokey way, but let's get real. The phone I use is the iPhone 13 Pro in silver, and I've got it wrapped in a Grams 28 leather case. This case is really good, and you can tell it's leather because it's getting that aged old wear to it, and it just feels and looks good. When it's not in my pocket, I like to store it in this little pouch at the front here. So it just flaps up, and by the way, this bag, the pouch has little magnets which hold it down. It's a nice little touch. So this opens up, I pop it in there, and then I also pop my wallet, which is just a random leather wallet I've had for years. My AirPods Pro, which were also wrapped in a Grams 28 leather case. It looks pretty good if you ask me. They go in there as well. And then I've got my keys. So there's my car key, house key, and my bike lock key. The bike lock and house key are in this little organizer which I found on Amazon. It was dirt cheap, less than £10, and I can recommend these if you carry a lot of keys. And then something which everyone should have now, AirTags. These things have saved my bacon so many times when I've left things behind. And these all go in here. And then I just zip it up, fold it over, and then they're all easily accessible. Now let's open the main compartment. If I can find the zip, that is. By the way, the insides of this bag is really good. It's like this weird khaki color, and it just feels really good, and it's padded and protected. So, if you watched some of my previous videos, I recently reviewed this, and I take this with me everywhere now because it's got enough USB-C ports and plug ports that I can charge anything that I take with me. And it's tiny. So this is the Zenjaw Passport 3 Go. Really good thing. You've got to stay hydrated when out on the road, so I've got this really big hydro flask, and it keeps my water cool for ages. I absolutely love this thing. I try and drink about 2 or 3 of these a day. It's probably not that healthy, but I think you got to stay hydrated. Now the bag does have an actual water bottle holder inside, but that's too big. But because it's so big, it doesn't roll around that much. Talking about charging, you've got to have cables. So my phone case from Grams28 came with this little pouch, and it said recycle it. So I thought I would, and this is where I keep all the cables for everything I carry. So we've got a USB-C to USB-C cable, a spare SD card reader just in case I need one, Apple Watch chargers, USB-C to USB-C, and there's a lightning cable in there as well. So they all really do come in handy. Always keep cables on you because you never know when you might need them, or if one might break. Or you could just be a nice person, and if someone needs one, you can lend it them. Because that seems to happen a lot in work offices. I also have my OWC Electron hard drive. This is my Lightroom catalog hard drive, and I store all my photos on there for work. So because it's so small and blazingly fast, I think it's an absolutely essential hard drive. Just look at it, it's tiny. It goes perfectly with my iPad and MacBook Pro. This goes everywhere. Recently, I got into mountain biking, and the next item I'm going to talk about is something I bought to complement it. I go out every weekend with my friends, so I like to record things. And that is a GoPro Hero 10 Black. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think GoPros are that good. I think they're just a bit naff. The quality is never as it seems on the videos you see online when they promote it, and it all depends on having the most perfect lighting situation. The minute you go into any dark, the footage just falls apart. But it's the best out there at the moment, and until someone brings something better along, these are the ones to buy. So, I have the Hero 10 Black, and you might be thinking, what's with all the fluff? So, these are little stick-on dead cats which I cover the microphones with to help reduce wind noise. So if you've ever ridden down a hill with a GoPro attached to you, you might hear like a blowing sound. This helps reduce that. I also have this fluffy little windbreaker which goes over the top, which doubles the dampening, and these two combined knock out about 99% of winds, even when it's strong. I highly recommend it. I also keep the charger with me and a spare battery. There's the regular mount, and you've got to have a spare lens cover just in case. And finally, where I'm somewhere where there's no power and I need to charge my batteries or my phone, you've got to have something to do that. So I use the Zenjaw Super Tank Pro, which is an absolute beast. This thing outputs 100 watts of charge and can easily charge my MacBook Pro in no time. Not to mention, it's got some safety features for stuff like my Apple Watch. So if you need a battery bank, get one of these. They're a bit pricey, but I wouldn't go anywhere without it. And that's everything I carry in my everyday carry. I'd like to thank Grams28 once again for sending the bag, the phone case, and the AirPods case. But like I said before, I personally wouldn't pay for this. It's a lot of money for a backpack, and the only reason I use it is because you kindly sent it to me. But if you have the spare income and you're willing to buy something of such a high quality, it is targeted at being luxury. Don't know why they sent it to me in that case, because I'm not very luxurious myself. But go pick one up. I'll leave links to them below, along with links to everything else that you've seen here today. So, thank you so much if you stuck around to watch. Take care, consider subscribing, all that. I've done this in the wrong order, but we're just going with it. Thanks.